Hello everyone, my name is Bret, and sometimes I wear a beret, and let me tell you about Captain Slug, the Generous. I know, the man loves money, but bear with me. We have a great relationship, Captain Slug and myself. I originally purchased my Caliburn hardware kit to make my Calibur last year, and it was working for me pretty great until not my most recent, but one of my more recent, I'd run that in war episodes when I pulled out my Calibur for use, and the 3D printed ramrod broke, because they do that. That was just a test of time, unfortunately. But the man was kind enough to actually send me a replacement. Good Slug. Nice Slug. He also gave me this at FoamCon. This was at his booth, but now it's mine. Why is that necessary? Oh, it's not, but I thought you should know that. And I did order something from him recently. It was another hardware kit, but I don't really have the ability to show you that just yet because it's in the works. And in that package, however, there was a small gift. Tricky Slug was tricky. He shoved in a surprise for me that I was not expecting, and I am very appreciative of that. And for that reason, we are going to show it off today. He sent me his brand new 3D printed blaster, the Wspr. And for that reason, I'm going to be whispering the rest of the review. I hope you enjoy this because, you know, it's going to be hard for you to hear and it's going to be hard for me to do. He sent me the entire kit for this disassembled, and I made it myself. Look guys, I can make stuff. Oh my gosh, I can make stuff with instructions online. Wow, I'm a real hero now. And I even have some parts left over, specifically an O-ring, some pins, and a few screws. How long did this take me to assemble? About an hour while I was watching TV. So it was really quick. I think it was really straightforward. For $20, a $7 hardware kit, it's very affordable, it's pretty fun to put together. And if you're looking for getting into, 3D printed area of Nerf, this could be a blaster for you. That's right, it's not white like many of my other blasters are, but it's blue. Dab a D, dab a die. It looks pretty good. I like it. And I like that the cords I got were white. I don't know, it's a good color. This is the trigger. When you pull the trigger, it toggles this piece inside, which then releases the plunger. Honestly, I prefer the single band on it just because it's a lot quicker to prime and then fire pretty easily, so I can do that, dart in, dart in. I like firing pretty fast if possible. With two, and I'll grab my second one in a minute, it's a little less easy for me. I will say that one thing to note with this blaster, it is kind of fragile, and I'm not saying that the Caliburn is not fragile or any 3D printed blaster is not fragile. You don't want to drop those on the ground. This should be obvious. However, these pieces are rather thin, and they're not required to be super thick. I mean, it's an inexpensive blaster. You can make these pretty quickly. That's nice. That's a feature. I mean, you're not requiring much material in order to actually get the functionality of this. But what I mean with be careful of that is because, if you bang this sideways, if you hit it against something accidentally, this might break off. And I almost have a pretty easy example of this top latch right here, which is used to wrap around the second band. You can see this top part is almost already snapped off. That is not because of the print, that's because of me. I'm a genius and I accidentally smashed this down and almost broke it off. You don't actually need that to be in its perfect working condition because the second band comes down like so, snaps into place like this. So you don't actually need this top part to be in perfect hooked condition. This can come right off and it will still be nice and secure. So of course the big question of the day, Bret, would you use this in a war? Of course I'd run this in a war. Why would I not run this in a war? I've run single jolt before, I've run multiple jolts in a war. Obviously there's a bit more plunger volume in one of these. I'm not gonna tell you which, but I'm gonna hint at one or the other. I've had some issues with catching if you can tell there, I've seen that it might actually be pieces inside that need some cleaning up and extra lubrication. Captain Xavier was having a similar problem with his. Also, it was more specifically with the double bands. So that's a current flaw of my unit. I can't say if everyone is having a similar issue. But also in the instructions, Captain Slug does make it pretty clear to clean off certain pieces inside of the plunger housing before you install it all together. So maybe I didn't do that perfectly, and I will go back inside and fix it, and then I expect to not have as many problems. It is cool that it can fire a plethora of darts, half length and full length. I obviously haven't used it in a game just yet, but I will tell you that really quickly, oh hello, it is decently comfortable, pretty easy to aim with. I will need to practice aiming and seeing like how high it's actually going to shoot up, because you know, it's interesting design. It's kind of similar to those zombie strike jolts, what those are called, the clamp downs, I think. It reminds me of that. But you know, you have to learn how to aim with every single blaster, and this one, it's got a unique shape to it, of course. Okay, Doc Chronograph has entered the building. Let's first give us a test with Mr. Jolt and some standard Nerf Elite 64.9. Okie dokie. 2 bands. Jesus! 101. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Good grief. You scary. Oh, 100 perfectly. Live it, love it, Wspr. 1 band to show what that looks like. 64. 50, 65, 68. Okay, that's, yeah, pretty close. Some of those were a bit lower, though I believe these are actually what the claims were of Captain Slug in stock performance. Although, shoot, I have to do half darts too. I literally have them on the table, and I haven't done that. I know these have also been pretty interesting to see shotgunned with 2 half darts, but I'm not going to chronograph that. 63. 53, 63.9, 64. And of course, me realizing I'm a doofus and forgot to test half darts with 2 bands on, but now we will do just that. 95. I'm just ramrodding them in with my pinky. 93. The point is, it's pretty decent. With 2 bands, it's obviously a bit harder to prime, but it gets you pretty good performance, around 100 FPS, and with just 1, you're looking at pretty much stock elite performance. I think it's got some good customizability as well. You know, 3D printed files are out there, do what you want with them. And I can't wait to see what else comes from this platform, or what else Captain Slug does with it, because you know, we saw the ESPER hit the shelves of Etsy, and he made more remixes in good time that have completely changed that blaster. And you see, obviously, the Caliburn is not really slowing down in advancements. Can't wait to see what else happens with the Wspr. But as it is right now, I think it is definitely usable. And like I said, if you're looking to get your first 3D printed blaster, this might be it, because it's pretty great. Thank you everyone for watching. Thank you again, Captain Slug, for sending it my way. And I will see you later.